pulse racing, arena shaking.
Oh, yeah!
Champ Week.
You're watching ESPN's Champ Week. It's presented by Principal. Welcome back to the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. It has been a tournament of surprises, and none bigger than what we just saw moments ago. First, Ole Miss and Arkansas. That's the game we have coming. And Ole Miss has been on a roll similar to what we saw earlier from Vanderbilt. They've won 4 games in a row, and Vanderbilt turned the Gators aside. Tyler Tanner on the receiving end of a phenomenal one-handed, left-handed pass. He scored 20, and Chandler Bing rocked the whole rim to the point we had to stop play to see if it was still able to be used. It was. Last night, Elias Comardine and company kept this historic run going. They've beaten Texas, Georgia, and last night, the 2-seed Alabama. Darius Acuff was unstoppable last night. He went for 37, including a critical shot with less than 5 to go on the shot clock down the stretch. The Sooners, who made a lot of noise, were silenced. So Vanderbilt waits the winner of this one, Arkansas and Ole Miss. The championship is tomorrow at 1 Eastern time on ESPN. Welcome again inside. My buddy Jimmy Dykes. I'm Carl Robichaud-Solang. Will join us shortly. Darius Acuff is now sort of the biggest story individually that's left in the SEC tournament. He never disappoints.
No, he does not. He's actually the best guard in all of college basketball, regardless of classification. The SEC Player of the Year, won it as a freshman, one of only 3 guys to ever do it. And you talk about hard to guard. Well, that is Darius Acuff. He's got everything on the offensive end that you want from a lead guard. The pull-up jump shot is good. That 44% 3-ball, bam, is money. And he can get downhill and make tough guarded shots. That one right there from the corner advanced Arkansas to the semis today. Ole Miss has what they call Acuff rules that are non-negotiable in this game, trying to keep this kid under control.
So they can handcuff Acuff? Is that
I'm not sure about that, but maybe that might not be enough.
He's been a big story, but Calipari's had great success, Jimmy, and of course now early in his career with Arkansas. How about a 26-9 record as a coach in the SEC? He's going against Chris Beard, who's with Alyssa.
Coach, this is your team's 4th game in 4 days, and this one's for a spot in the title. Your team's full of lobster and steak. What do you want to see from them today?
Yeah, I want to go back to Halls tonight. That's only possible with a win. So, look, in my opinion, I think Acuff should be the #1 pick in the NBA draft. So it's important for us to remember that in the next 2 hours.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, there you have it. He's got the ultimate respect. And the Halls reference is when they win, they go there. They get great steak, they get great lobster. If they win again, they're going back.
I think during one of the late timeouts last night, I think it maybe Malik Diaz stuck his head in there and said, hey, I'm going to get my lobster tonight. Yeah. I don't know about the rest of you. And off they went. And Chris Beard told me the same thing this morning when we were chatting about Darius Acuff. I don't have a problem at all with talking about him being the overall #1 pick in the next NBA draft. He's got everything you want. Think about John Calipari, Rav. We've seen him with his best guards. Yes. He lets his stars be stars.
And he certainly has allowed Acuff the freedom to do that. His running mate in the backcourt is Malik Thomas. He's a bucket as well. They're down to 7 players. That may be a challenge. However, the idea that Ole Miss is playing 4 games in 4 days, you do wonder about their legs and their stamina. But they're playing to get into the NCAA tournament. They don't have an at-large opportunity.
Well, Ole Miss is a no-excuse culture and program under Chris Beard. He's been in this situation before. His journey as a JUCO coach, Arkansas Little Rock, he knows what it takes. Fatigue has not been mentioned one time from his mouth to his players.
And we jump controlled by Ole Miss. Travis Perry, who has been very good. You know, when you're on a 4-game win streak, most of the guys have been playing really good.
Yeah.
Scott's one of them. Wow. They start with a dunk, and a good way to go for Ole Miss.
A tremendous little naked corner 2-man action for Ole Miss to start the game. Well done.
Arkansas starting 5. We've talked all about Acuff. He's handling the ball out top now. Trevin Brazil, difficult to handle. Billy Richmond's been great since he's gotten a lot more time. And there is Thomas, and his first one goes down. You look at Ole Miss, 15-19, 5-14 in the conference. They have won 3 games at the SEC tournament twice, in '81 and 2013, and now they're trying to make it 4.
Coming into the tournament, Ole Miss had won 1 game in the last 51 days. Well, what a coaching job by Chris Beard to turn his team around at the right time.
James Scott got the first bucket. Carmody nearly went down on the floor. They flip it to Perry, and his first 3-point shot is off. It was a Kentucky Wildcat who transferred to Ole Miss. Good hands by Carmody, and it will stay with Arkansas.
Well, it's been Ole Miss's defense that has them in this semifinal right now. They are doing a great job of defending without fouling. They're creating turnovers. They're going to have their hands full with an Arkansas team averaging 90.
How about Malik Diaz turnaround? Part of what Ole Miss has done lately. He and everyone else sort of found their way into the Chris Beard doghouse earlier this year. And we did the game when they were all taking up residence there. It's a different team right now.
Yeah, from the doghouse to the steakhouse. And we saw them against NC State, and they were absolutely in the doghouse.
The food's not as good in the doghouse.
No, it's not. I've been there.
Brazil can't get it to go. Badia had a 3-game stretch in which he didn't get double figures. Then he blew up for 32 and went on a run of games in which he was constantly in double figures. A shot off the mark. Acuff's got a chance to push here. 3-on-2.
Here's the problem.
Alley-oop to Richmond. Wow,
Here's the problem. Here is the problem. You get Arkansas out in transition and get them loose. They're the best in the country. And it's all led by Darius Acuff with the speed and the vision and the sight and the feel where to go with that ball.
Really, Richmond flew to take down that alley-oop pass. Dia bangs into Brazil, pulls up, that's short. Loose ball goes into the hands of Acuff. Acuff, a Detroit kid, just plays at his own speed. And he is an air ball, and that one is kicked, wow, into the second row. So Arkansas's got a lead of 4-2, which is the first time Ole Miss has trailed in the tournament.
Think about that. That's amazing. Well, let's look at Arkansas. They average, Ravi, 19 fast break points per game. That's number 2 in the country. And they are dynamic. It all starts with 5 in white, and normally it finishes with 24 in white. Billy Richmond, one of the hardest playing dudes in all of college ball in this Arkansas Razorback uniform today.
Good help there. Double team by Arkansas. 12 on the shot clock for Dia.
It's a must for Ole Miss to have a low turnover game today.
Yeah, that's a different guy, man. Malik Dia gets it to go. 14-7 in the game against Alabama, including 2 threes.
And they take Ole Miss a ton of those tough twos, long twos. They're very confident in that part of the floor.
Thomas drives, throws it up. That's back-to-back alley-oops for Arkansas. Trevin Brazil.
Yeah, he has been outstanding. Brazil, just three-point make shy, becoming the first Razorbacks ever to make 40 threes, 40 blocks, and 40 steals. That's how good he's been.
Well, Dia forced one up there. Not a good shot. That's an air ball. And Acuff just had it taken away by Comardine. He will have an open 3 and splash it down.
Where was the defensive effort by Darius Acuff? He coughs it up and jogged across half court. John Calipari right in his ear because of it.
Comardine is a senior out of France. And they all realize we are playing for our lives here. That one was blocked, and Richmond said he also got my arm, but Scott gets credited with a block.
Yeah, there's a difference in playing for your NCAA seed and playing for your life.
Yes.
And that's what you're looking at today.
Middle ball screens have been a problem for Arkansas. Wow. There's a little safety valve at the end. Thomas is looking for an alley-oop. Carmody picks his pocket again. And right away, Wagner's getting his jacket off to come in for Acuff. Dia. Oh boy, look at Richmond. And no one jumps higher than Billy Richmond, the Billy Goat. Nice pass to Pringle from Malik Thomas.
Ravi, against Arkansas, their ability to block shots is their version of turnover. Yeah, Brazil is so versatile.
Okay.
Yeah.
A windmill dunk for Trevin Brazil.
Snuck it over the right side of the rim.
A lot of dunking going on early in this one from Arkansas.
He has averaged 13 and 8 over his last 8. Trevin Brazil playing the best ball of his career.
Chris Beard's got 3 lined up at the scorer's table to come on in as substitutions. And Dia has taken a bunch of shots. He's made 1. He missed that one.
Those are the shots that Ole Miss has lived with in this tournament. They've been going at a good clip.
Brazil corner 3, high archer. They're going to let Carmerdine do that. That's not a great idea. He's been very effective. And now Acuff's got a chance. All the way, denied. Boy, Carmerdine has been a pain in Acuff's Acuff.
Yeah, he's been no doubt.
He's stolen it twice and a block there. Arkansas has got a 10-7 lead thanks to their alley-oops and their dunks. Looks like Acuff is coming out of this game. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. 10-7 our score, and Elias Carmerdine has gotten all up in the grill of Darius Acuff.
Well, like I said, Ole Miss has what they call Acuff rules in place for this game today. A very clear plan, non-negotiables. When he attacks us, we attack back. And you see Ole Miss now bringing those beautiful powder blue jerseys right into Darius Acuff's path so far to start this game and making life heck early for Acuff. Alyssa?
Yeah, when I talked to Elias Carmerdine last night, he was adamant that they do not want to go home. They're having a blast together. He put the team on his back in the second half to beat Alabama and close it out. This is a very motivated team to keep playing as much as possible.
No, I promise you that DJ Wagner was summoned from the bench by Calipari, and somebody during that timeout convinced him, let's leave 5 on the floor and see how things work out. And 1 knocks down a 3. That's Malik Thomas. Maybe today is his day.
Acuff and Thomas, top freshman scoring combo in the country right now, combining for 37 points a game.
Thomas, an SEC all-freshman team guy. Good hands there by Malik Ewan into the game. Acuff finds Richmond. Brazil! No, but he was blocked by Klavke. Prevented another dunk.
We talk about the speed of the Florida Gators in the regular season, rim to rim. Arkansas is right there with them, if not faster at times. They really get out and go, led by Billy Goat, who gets out in front of that defense more times than not.
Hey, Jimmy, Champ Week rolls on tonight, 6 Eastern time, ESPN, the Phillips 66 Big 12 championship game. Top seed Arizona takes on the 2 seed Houston. 8:30 Eastern time, the ACC championship game. And it's another 1-2 matchup. Boozer and Duke squaring off against Virginia. Great game last night. Arizona a winner on Jaden Bradley's buzzer beater. If you didn't see it, it's worth a look. You can see the highlights on ESPN, the app. Houston beat Kansas badly. Virginia over Miami. Duke took care of Clemson. Boozer went for 24 and 14 in that game.
Ravi, the shot making down the stretch in that Arizona-Iowa State game was really something to watch. Just huge swings, a buzzer beater. I think both teams combined to make 13 out of their last 15 shots in the last 4 minutes. Game of the year was Alabama versus Arkansas. You and I did it in the regular season, but that is now 1B last night in that Big 12.
See if they can get A.J. Storr going. He had a very good game in 28 minutes last night. Here he is, one-on-one with Thomas.
That's what he wants.
There you go.
A one-on-one star right now in this tournament. He has been through it. Played in the Big East, the Big 10, the Big 12, and now the SEC. And Chris Beard has found the money spot with A.J. Storr here in Nashville.
Well, Thomas thinks he's having it today, and he is. Malik Thomas, 8 early points, 2 threes. 14-9, 17-9 after that bucket. And here they go again, and Richmond, alley-oop, Brazil, wow, they get down.
4 seconds from the secure the ball to the rim. Man, Arkansas has come out like a track meet out of the starting blocks. Low, strong, and fast.
They've made 8 field goals. 5 of them have been the easiest kind, dunks. Klavke High arcing three. Couldn't even tell if it went through, but it did. Back of the iron and down.
This game is all about effort, and got him in the starting lineup earlier this year. You're going to have to make some guarded shots against Arkansas if you're Ole Miss. They rely so much off the bounce, Ole Miss. Not a lot of side-to-side movement.
Malik Thomas has had some monster games, and he's feeling it early here. The penetrate, another dunk to Brazil. They are feasting inside.
That has been a staple for John Calipari in his offense since Anthony Davis led them Kentucky team to the national championship, just sitting in that dunker spot with his best athlete.
Richmond just plays at a different speed, doesn't he, than anybody else on the floor?
Billy Richmond?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe anyone else in college ball.
Perry, he's trying his own alley-oop, and Ewan may have got a hand on it. Good ball fake shot. Perry, three, no good. Brazil has it. Ole Miss 5 for 16 to start this game from the floor. Ewan down low. Spins, bodies are in the air. He's trapped underneath there. And jump ball. It'll stay with Arkansas.
Well, the Arkansas Razorbacks, full speed, all gas, no brakes to start this one. Look at that shot clock. It was at 30. And they get the ball the other end. Bam, it's at 26. That is elite speed. All five guys get out and run. They do it different ways, but that dunker spot is always covered up when John Calipari is your coach.
So far, it looks like TB is commanding the paint. What have you seen from your team start?
He's playing well. The guys have great energy. They're guarding, which is the whole key to postseason. You got to be able to guard somebody. They're really good. They're ISO players, and we're hanging around.
Thank you, Coach.
It's a good hang, man. 21-12 to start this thing, almost midway through the first half with all these dunks. Brazil's got 4 of them. The team high in a game is 5. Good chance that goes by the wayside today.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, also written on that Ole Miss board was avoid the knockout punch that Arkansas can put on you. And right now they've got Ole Miss up against the ropes. It's early, but Ole Miss has found their way in the semis with stout defense. It's got to pick up starting right now.
Ewan on the floor. He's joined by Richmond, and he's just too close inside, and they have isolated an issue. We can go inside. We're bigger.
Ewan is so good around the rim, Ravi. Half of his 162 rebounds are offensive. Loves that restricted arc.
Thomas with 8 on the bench. Store, spin move to win move right there.
What a move. You heard Cal talk about Ole Miss is really good in isolation plays, and that is it. A.J. Store in the middle third where help can't come quick enough. That spin was spectacular.
Wagner to Richmond. He rarely shoots it. He does here, and that's why he rarely shoots it.
But he's starting to make just enough that you have to honest guard him. Went through a stretch early this year with 12 straight makes for just layups or dunks, but he has expanded his game within the season.
23% from three-point land. Dia against Richmond. Billy stays in front of everybody until that move, no good. And Richmond went on the other side to get it to his teammate. Acuff, Ewan, Perry, foul.
Yeah, got it again. Look at the shot clock, 24. There's no wasted time at all with Arkansas once they secure that defensive rebound. They'll rip it out of the net and run after a make as well.
Ole Miss thought they had an offensive rebound, though, and an easy one, and Billy Richmond came out of nowhere to keep that ball alive, which now has led to 2 free throws from Malik Ewan.
Arkansas, such a good offensive team, Ravi. They're number 12 in the nation, shooting 50% as a team from the field. Led the SEC in three-point percentage at 38%. And if their defense tightens up, they are certainly a second weekend team. Cal got them there last year, and maybe beyond. They are that good offensively.
Especially when they can get out and run. As you take a look at their 24-8 mark, they won 11 of their last 14. 2 free throws were missed, and it goes to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is built differently. Their average 2-point shot length is 8 feet. About twice as far out as teams like Duke and Arizona, Michigan, and Florida that pounded inside.
Well, the one-on-one move works again as Malik Dia gets 2. Jiffa 13 into the game as he'll try to pick up Acuff, who is still looking for his first points. Wagner no good, and you can see a little difference in the half-court offense versus the run game for Arkansas to start. That's a foul, and right by Acuff. Jiffa with a chance for 3.
Yeah, he is a player. His dad, Shea, played almost 20 years of pro ball in France, so he knows the game, grew up in the game. And that early drag screen action, boom, right there. Malik Dia doesn't get a lot of Acuff, doesn't crack back on him, but a good job by Jiffa to keep Darius Acuff on his backside. And a chance for 3.
Good rotation on the ball, 23-19. That was Arkansas's first foul today. Almost kind of watching this, waiting for Acuff to wake up, to snap out of it. 37 last night. He has been held scoreless so far today. Thomas back into the game. He's off to a really good start with 8. The move there, and the jump no good. Pringle has an offensive rebound. Back up and in off the window. And that may have been deflected by Scott.
When Pringle is good, it's because he's a workhorse on the floor.
Carmerdine, and he had Wagner in his face. No good. Klafke slaps it back. That's how you keep the ball alive. Fresh 30 for Carmerdine.
That's no backcourt. There wasn't possession. The tap back is a legal play.
Dia. That's a pretty soft touch for a rejuvenated Malik Dia.
Man, what a horse, right? Averaging 19 coming in over the last 9, all 6'9", 250. Chris Beard says he works and he cares about the right things. I mean, that carries a lot of weight in the eyes of Chris Beard.
Acuff, did he have the first 2? He does on a baseline drive.
He is so good, Ravi, obviously all over the floor, but on the left side, when he can go left, the number of plays he makes from that left third is impressive.
Scott penetrates, thought better of it. Dia, a horse, got it.
Yeah, horse with some finesse. What a big, powerful jump stop by Malik Dia to get away from the shot blocking ability of Trevin Brazil.
6'9", 250 from nearby Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Chris Beard, they've avoided the first knockout punch try by Arkansas. Got this thing down to 4.
Yep.
He's going to play it in 4-minute segments. He knows he's up against a more talented, a more rested team. Only one way to play it, 4 minutes at a time.
All right, it was Calipari who said we're just kind of hanging around. Well, in fact, it's been Ole Miss who's done the hanging around. Acuff is on the board, and it has been Malik Dia. The little fadeaway. He's off to a great start with 6. We got a good game going here.
Well, the problem for Arkansas right now is Malik Dia because he's 6'9", 250. He's got good range, can make a 3, can make tough 2s, can spin off of pressure, and that big separation body is hard to handle. And here's a good example of it. Boom, that 2-footed jump stop away from the shot blocking ability of Brazil. Typically, Billy Richmond is the guy that fixes the problem defensively for Arkansas. You might see that matchup some. The problem is Malik Dia is all up 6'9", 250, and giving up a couple of inches and probably 20 pounds would be Billy Richmond.
Acuff to his left, pulls up. That one was partially blocked by Jiffa.
Ambush the ball. That's what Ole Miss has always been under Chris Beard. And what that means, they attack us, we attack them, and they have done that with exceptional success so far against Acuff.
The Rebels have made 8 of their last 12.
Yeah.
Corey Chest, big body is in, 6'8", 220 out of New Orleans. And the baseline jumper, no good from Storr, and they got numbers 3 on 2. Storr hustles back. Thomas just ran over his defender and got him in the face with an elbow.
Yeah, he took a really tough shot right in that nose mouth area.
So they tend to Jiffa down there. Don Daly, I think. Let me take a look at this, Jimmy, with that elbow up in his face. He was moving backwards while As you see,
The
Thomas.
following play is under further review.
And that is as good of a shot as we've seen, as tough of a blow to take that we've seen in this tournament. Obviously, Malik Thomas coming full speed and comes through that right elbow right there. And that is a basketball play. Malik Thomas not doing anything obviously intentional, trying to clear that ball through his elbows underneath the basketball. But they always are going to look at contact to that head and neck area. Arkansas, right, they put so much rim pressure on you, and they're bringing that ball up the floor. It's multiple guys. Wagner, Thomas, Acuff can all bring it. Richmond can get out and run. Brazil can get out and run.
After review, the foul will stand as called. Number 1 made a normal basketball move with the elbows high.
Yeah, I thought that's what it would be. Unfortunate for Ole Miss, man. Your guy's face fouled the elbow of Malik Thomas. But that was a normal basketball move. Like I said, his elbows were under the ball. They weren't out to the side. Just wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately, for Jiffa.
So Thomas, who has taken a little bit of a back seat because of Acuff's outstanding year, but came in highly touted and a terrific scorer, knocks in the free throw, and he's got 9. AAC semifinals in Birmingham, South Florida, Charlotte, 3 Eastern time, ESPN 2, Wichita State, Tulsa, who beat North Texas in 3 overtimes. The AAC semifinals.
Keep an eye on Brian Hodgson, the head coach of South Florida, the regular season champion. They're up 40-33, I think, right now at the halftime of their game. He may be the next Syracuse or Providence coach before it's all said and done. It'd be a great fit, man. Especially for Syracuse, they need someone with some fight and fire to ignite what is a great job. They just have not been producing at all.
Terrific basketball community. Good job that time by Pringle to blow up an alley-oop. Hodgson was so impactful on Nate Oates' staff at Alabama. Good hands and kept alive. It's Ole Miss on a 2-on-1 and a layup there. Storr, man, he took advantage of it. And their hands have been very active. And just like that, it's a 4-point ball game.
What a smart play by Corey Chess. Understand, I can't give, I can tip it and keep it alive, kind of like tipping back a rebound opportunity. And it's exactly what Chris Beard wants. Just hang in this game and give us a chance with 4 minutes to go in the second half.
Pringle, Malik Dia got him off. No good. Brazil, 1 tip, and he can't get it to go.
Good job to not foul the tough 2 taken by Malik Thomas.
Dia likes this matchup with Wagner. Now they get Pringle back on. Storr.
Yeah, that's on Arkansas. That's on Billy Richmond. He came off of a ball screen, and Billy Richmond was just too low and too late to get to the shot. And look at Ole Miss Rebels, hotty-toddy, right back in this game.
And they've answered those early blows, the slam dunks, the alley-oops from Arkansas to pull within 1. That may be on Pringle, is it? Let's see. Discarded Carmerdine, but they're going to get Carmerdine with a hold.
It is hard to kill the will of a team that's desperate like Ole Miss. And there's the hot hands of Ole Miss, and the play right there by Corey Chestone. I can't get it. If I try to grab it, Thomas is going to beat me to it. Kept it alive, and the very next possession, Billy Richmond, 24 in white, just no hands up. Doesn't switch out hot and high, and John Calipari not happy with it. Allows Ole Miss to cut this thing to 1.
A.J. Storr, the senior out of Rockford, Illinois, as Jiffa is back. Of course, played some ball at Kansas, as Jimmy said. He's been all over the place. Acuff back on the floor as we head towards the 4-minute mark. And Brazil. Thomas, boy, he's got some hops like Richmond does. He attacks the rim.
He's going to have to be good offensively today. Ole Miss, another non-negotiable. It looks like, just watching, is once Acuff gives it back, they are face guarding him, making life heck for Acuff to get that second touch within a possession.
Thomas has a dozen. Brazil. Storr avoided Brazil. Under 4, long pass. Wow, Acuff found Brazil, another alley-oop.
The entire time his eyes were up, probing what's out in front of me. Darius Acuff didn't get rushed. He waited for Brazil to get in the slot. And a beautiful pass to the right side of that rim.
There's hustle from Acuff. He's been ignited. And Beard wants a timeout. After last night's 37-point performance, Calipari said the beautiful part of Darius Acuff, do without a car, all this NIL stuff, he wants to play basketball, and he is unselfish.
He is one tough son of a gun. Look at him just waiting for Brazil to show that target hand. Very patient, probing in transition by Acuff, and he comes right back up with a rip in the steal. He is Detroit City tough. I think he's a top 3 pick in the next NBA draft.
Darian Slade here in Nashville, as we have coming up for you on the Sargento halftime report. We'll show you how Vanderbilt shocked a national #1 seed and also update the tickets punched. 6-0 run, Hogs up a touchdown right now. What do you like about their offense?
Their offense, they're getting out and running, and that's starting with being able to finish possessions with the defensive rebound. And it's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
We will see you at the half. Rabbit, Jimmy?
Rabbit, I mentioned going to break that I think Darius Acuff is going to be in the top 3 picks. I wouldn't mind taking him #1. The reason why I say that, scouts I talked to question he's only 6'2", but think about this. 3 of the top 10 scorers right now in the NBA, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, they're all averaging between 26 and 29 points. They're all listed as 6'2". And if you're good enough, you're big enough, and that's exactly what Darius Acuff is. I would have no problem taking that guy as the #1 pick. He may not go there, but I could certainly make a case for him.
Yeah. Jiffa back. He's got some bandages in his nose and then threw one at the feet of Scott. Brazil's return from the locker room for Arkansas. Here's Pringle. No.
Angry at the rim, though, right? That's how you're supposed to be in March.
Boy, Diaz, big body, cleared some space. Malik Diaz's touch is smooth today. He's got 8.
It's a unique offense, Ole Miss. They don't overpass the ball, get to the third side. Therefore, their turnovers are low. Only Arkansas better taking care of the ball in conference play, but they do a lot of one-on-one.
Speaking of one-on-one, Acuff, he lowered his shoulder, and that's going to be a block. Foul on Jiffa.
Ravi, according to Opta Stats, a lot of things I look at and trust. Acuff is the only player in Division I history average plus 20 points, over 40% from 3, over 5 assists, and a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's how great, not good, great Acuff has been this year.
Some of those other advanced metric statistics about Acuff will get you his numbers. His second half numbers outshine his first half. He is a clutch player. Averages almost 14 a game in the second half. His shooting percentage goes way up. Here he goes to the hole. No, but the putback easy one for Ewan as he attracted Dia.
There's always value in a guard that can go get the ball on the glass anytime he wants. And that is Acuff, trusting those offensive rebound bodies for Arkansas to come clean it up.
A reminder, Vanderbilt destroyed Florida in our first semifinal. So Vanderbilt in the SEC Championship tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ESPN against the winner of this one.
People home say, wait, did he say destroyed?
Destroyed.
Yes, destroyed, if you didn't see it.
Acuff finds an extra gear. That time he ran right into Scott, who was denied.
It's that ambush the ball philosophy from Chris Beard.
Yeah, the long 3 after that good block on defense is made. Patton Pinkins, the freshman out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Ole Miss is just kind of doing what they've done. They're hanging around here. Acuff alley-oop, Richmond. Boy, they both went up, he and Pringle.
They got numbers right now if they go.
Off the leg, and it's a turnover.
Well, great effort by Ewan to get back, but what would have been an automatic 2. We have a lot of collisions at the rim, but normally it doesn't happen like this in the SEC. An old-fashioned meet and greet between 2 guys. Billy Richmond and Pringle. Man, what an effort that this kid plays with. Billy Goat is one of the favorites in Bud Walton Arena these days. A guy that you don't run plays for him, you let him make plays.
Well, right now Cal is coaching Darius Acuff. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come back with the last minute. That's the trophy, and we think this is the best college basketball tournament year in and year out. Nashville is a phenomenal host. It's always competitive, high wire act. The Big 12 may have the cream at the top, but when you get Ole Miss playing here, you see what Vanderbilt did, man. It never disappoints, or I guess I should say it just means more.
It does just mean more. The Ken Palm has the SEC this year, again, ranked the #1 conference in the country overall. It's hard to argue against it.
Ewan denied at the rim. Boy, physical, feisty play by Ole Miss.
You know Ole Miss is going to fight. That's the only chance they had. Again, they came in 1 win in their last 51 days before they got to Nashville. Playing on life support, but hanging in there breath by breath.
Down by 4. Klafke to his left. Dio will launch a 3, and no. Last shot time for the Razorbacks.
You want the last one, Ravi, but you want it soon enough to allow Ewan and Richmond and Pringle to get on that offensive glass. Acuff understands the strategy right now. He won't wait too long.
Acuff, great bounce pass to Richmond.
They got time.
They do. 1 second. And he tried to draw the foul, and he did. What a job by Pinkins.
He absolutely did. I think he'll get 3 free throws with a continuous motion.
He should.
He had gathered the ball. He's going to get 1 extra step. The contact he gathered. 1 more. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For timing.
He's going to get 3 free throws if the foul occurred prior to the clock going zeros. And he absolutely did. Man, what a big play to end the half by Pinkins. Played at a high level this year as a true freshman. His dad's on the staff. Chris Beard's known him for a long time, watched him grow up, but that's the danger of fouling late these days as well, trying to close out a game. Owen Short right there with his back to us. He made a call in a game 2 nights ago between Ole Miss and Georgia, I believe, and a great call because the contact occurred prior to the gather of the ball, so no 3 throws allowed, but on this one, that's not the case.
Well, the Arkansas staff, including Calipari, are right there at the scorer's table, and he is running warm right now, John Calipari. Yeah. He's not going to like what Don Daly has to say.
No, he's not.
After review, the foul was a 3-point foul shot. The 3 free throws. The time will be set to 1.1.
It's a heck of a play by Pinkins here. You see he leans into Pringle while he throws it up. This is an 86% free throw shooter. So he's got a chance here with 1.1 on the clock, Jimmy, to move them within 1 point of Arkansas.
The foul occurred after the gather of the ball. Not a popular call for Hog fans, but it's the right call. And, Ravi, 1.1 on the clock because it's when did the foul occur is where you set that to, and that's what they looked at. Man, that's a big call in this game right before the half. The right call as well.
Again, 86% free throw shooter, and I know that's a point you like to make a lot during the regular season. Like the last play going into the half, you always say, remember that. It can be a game changer. This is certainly one of those.
We may revisit that play, but 2 minutes to go in the second half, how big this was. Just possible 3 points that Ole Miss earns by a high IQ play by Pinkins.
And he made all 3 of those. And that is off to the right, and we will go to the half. 37-36, Alyssa.
Coach, thoughts on the end of that half?
They're playing good. They're making shots. We're missing drives. They're being physical. We're thinking they're going to call the foul. You got to play through it. Go make the basket and see if they call the foul. Not drive to say they're going to call the foul. They ain't calling them. It's a rough game.
Thanks, Coach. Ravi, back to you.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much. 37-36. Can Ole Miss, the magic here in Music City, continue as they look to win their 4th game at the SEC Tournament? Dari and Slay, it's yours. You're watching ESPN's Champ Week. It's presented by Principal as we welcome you back to the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. Game 2 of our semifinals. Game 1, it was Vanderbilt. As you take a look at the trophy outside Broadway, as we're starting to see the sun go down a little bit, the neon lights all lit up. And inside here at Bridgestone Arena, Arkansas leading Ole Miss 37-36. We take a look at our play as experts at work. It's presented by Principal.
Well, a season low for a half by Darius Acuff, only 4 points. Ole Miss has what they call Acuff rules for this game, and they are non-negotiable, making them see multiple sky blue jerseys every single time. Now, of course, he's impacting the game. He's got a steal, he's got 5 assists, but only 4 points. Man, that's advantage Ole Miss, right? And what's Ole Miss doing offensively? Isolation basketball, one-on-one. Malik D and A.J. Storr, both with 9 points and 8 points apiece.
Jimmy, here's some other numbers. Acuff averages almost 14 points a game in the second half. He shoots 60%. From 3, he's shooting 54. Can the Acuff rules carry over into the second half?
It certainly can. I love what Chris Beard has told his guys. You're playing against the future #1 pick in the NBA draft. Will he be that? I don't know, but certainly the attention is there on this kid. But he doesn't get rattled by the big moment, never changes expression. John Calipari has complete trust in him. He knows how to coach high-level star guards. He lets them be stars. Acuff could be that in this second 20.
Well, I talked to Chris Beard, guys, coming out of the locker room. I said, what did you think of the job on Acuff in the first half? He said, so far pretty good, but we've got another 20 minutes to continue to do what we did in the first. He said it's the dunks that are killing us. So that was something that he emphasized with what Trevin Brazil has been able to do on the other side. And then I said, Coach, I heard you at one point in the first half remind your team to have fun. And he said, yeah, why not? That's why we're here.
7 dunks in all, Jimmy, in the game. And they have the set play for Travis Perry, the 3-point shooter, and he couldn't deliver. Travis Perry scoreless, 0 for 3. All of his shots from 3.
Well, it's always in the back of the mind if you're playing against Darius Acuff. Trying to take away his buckets, his assists, but man, his killer mentality. He talked with me about that a month ago, just what his dad taught him growing up. This kid's will is as strong as there is in the college game.
Already a couple of whistles here. Carmerdine picked up his 3rd. Travis Perry was trailing Thomas, and he was holding on to him like a new skier goes down the hill holding on to a better skier. Back to Acuff. See if there's a little more bounce in his step as he pulls up. Can't get it to go.
Well, he saw 2 help defenders built in behind the primary defender, right on cue for Chris Beard.
Yeah, that's an easy one, and a lead now for Ole Miss. Travis Perry found Dia, who's into double figures.
Dia just outworked those Arkansas bigs running the floor.
Well, Thomas can't get it to go. Trip to the SEC Finals tomorrow on the line against Vanderbilt. Perry's 3, another one rattles in and out.
Perry, the all-time leading scorer in the state of Kentucky high school basketball, almost 5,500 points he scored.
Acuff, left hand, no, but he'll get 2 free throws. Yeah, I get the sense, maybe a little whisper into the ear of Darius Acuff.
Now watch the middle part of that floor get out in front. Just total lack of awareness and urgency by Arkansas in their transition defense. That's just way too easy. Pringle not running with a purpose. Trevin Brazil not running with a purpose.
Trevin Brazil had his hand up, basically saying, I'm not back. Can somebody help me out with that guy down there? And Pringle's back was turned as well. First 90 seconds, Ole Miss has been called for 3 fouls. .37 points for Acuff last night, 5 in the game today, 39-38 Arkansas. Terry, nice. Great pass to Scott.
It all started in the Horn series, and they give that ball back to Malik Dia, who now becomes a playmaker. Drives downhill. Travis Perry with a nice cut and find.
And hot basketball, they move that quickly.
Yeah. Chris Beard talks to his guys a lot about play with a hot body when you're on the floor, a lively body. Boy, that was it right there.
Darius Acuff is starting to pick up some points and free throw opportunities. 2 more coming.
Again, isolation basketball. Dia becomes a playmaker. Travis Perry with a hard cut and a really good find. I mean, you got to crack down on the backside, and no one comes and cracks down from that guard spot. Billy Richmond actually shoves him to the ball instead of getting in front.
The other Acuff number, he's an 80% free throw shooter in second halves. Thursday night over on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Our next SEC Inside, it gets you an all-access pass to this tournament, the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. 7 Eastern time, never before seen footage, sound from the players and the coaches. A true behind-the-scenes look at things that you don't otherwise see at the SEC Men's Tournament. So Acuff up to 8, 4 in the first half, already 4 here in the second. Well, Malik Thomas didn't make any contact with Jiffa, who nearly fell down. A very international team. Jiffa just one of those guys from outside the country. As Dia goes reverse. Talk about patience.
What a great job of planting that pivot foot, not dragging it, because he had a great opportunity to travel that basketball. Man, that big body and his control of it is impressive.
Richmond, Brazil, he's open. 3 won't go, and a foul right here. And it looks like it's going to be on 23, Pinkins, for pushing Acuff out of bounds.
You saw Malik Dia with that left pivot foot firmly planted. And so easy to get tripped up and spin himself out of a shot, but Malik Dia wired to score. I really felt like this year, if Malik Dia would have been a consistent 18.9 rebound guy, Ole Miss would probably have 4 or 5 more wins in conference play. He has not been that consistent throughout the year. Very good here in Nashville.
Jimmy, we haven't played 3 minutes in the second half, and Ole Miss has 5 fouls.
The race to the bonus, especially in tight games, so important.
Acuff pulls up. There you go, and here comes maybe the second half Acuff.
You cannot let Acuff rhythm dribble into a jump shot, especially when it's in that left hand of his. He's setting you up to rise and fire.
He's up to 11. Great pass down low. Good look from Dia to Scott.
Arkansas gets lost a lot on their backline defense. Pringle, Brazil, they all ball watch at times. Ewan will do it. Billy Richmond's guilty of it as well. A concern for them in that NCAA tournament.
Acuff dribbled it off of the foot of Dia. They will quickly look at the video on the Ole Miss side. Don Daly's giving him a little grace period here, which you don't usually see.
Once that ball gets into that left hand for Acuff, when he's dancing with it up top, he's telling you, I'm getting ready to rise up on you. A 44% three-point shooter is, in my estimation, what separates him from those other great Calipari guards. And I saw a lot of them. John Wall, Derrick Rose, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over the years. This kid's the best.
Richmond catches the ball with a foot out of bounds.
When Cal was at Kentucky, he would tell you, I don't like going to the SEC tournament, and he'd come down here and win more games than anybody.
No doubt.
Right?
That's a 26-9 in the SEC tournament as a coach. He won SEC titles in 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So for a guy who didn't really care too much, or on the outside say, I just want to come and go, he hung around a lot.
This thing used to be the Kentucky Invitational Tournament. Their last win is 2018 under Calipari.
Dia, that's going to be a foul and a reach in from Pringle. That's Nick Pringle's second.
Desperate teams are so dangerous this time of the year. And that's exactly what Arkansas is up against right now from these Ole Miss Rebels. So hard to keep your guys believing when you've lost as much as Ole Miss has. And I heard Cal talk about the other day, that's coaching. And he knows exactly what Chris Beard's done with his team.
Patton Pinkins back into the game for Ole Miss. The handoff to Perry. Dia again absorbs, can't get it to go. Loose ball, Malik picks it up to Travis for 3.
Yep.
Got it.
The ball knows, I'm telling you, the ball knows. If you're not going to clean me up with a defensive rebound, the next chance I got is going to find the bottom of the net. And Ole Miss right where they want to be in the semifinals.
Up by 3, their largest lead today. Acuff hangs, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Arkansas basketball when Owen Short comes in and overrules Don Daly. And he just changed the call. Yeah, Ole Miss flexing right here. They've won 3 straight at the SEC tournament. Desperate times, desperate measures. Ole Miss feeling it right now. Up by 3. Arkansas ball when we come back.
Non-negotiables today from Chris Beard and his defense in terms of how we're guarding Darius Acuff. And you're going to make sure that he is seen 6 eyes and 6 arms every time he has that basketball. Once he comes downhill, you're going to see a rotation over. And a really good job by Ole Miss to be disciplined on Acuff. Slide over, boom, put jerseys in front of him, making him make plays through our bodies. Exactly what Chris Beard has talked about the past 24 hours. As physical as Acuff is, Ole Miss being just as physical with him with their man-to-man defense.
Yeah, not a great pass in there, and Storr deflected it out. For people who are maybe watching Acuff, do you have to not sort of interpret any body language? This is who he is and how he looks?
He looked like that the night at Alabama when he went for 49. He does nothing rattles this guy, never changes expressions. Probably look at his photo in a 5th grade elementary yearbook. And they have the same look on his face.
One-on-one with Perry. He fires a long 3 that's no good. It's tipped back. Brazil has it.
Acuff was open.
He was open. But Brazil all the way and just drops it in.
What a long, lanky, fast athlete, Brazil, to take that ball from the 22-foot mark on 1 bounce and finish at the rim.
James Scott and Ewan on the floor. Scott 6'10". He grabbed 10 boards against Alabama last night. He won't grab this one, and a chance for a run out. Thomas blown up by Perry, and then the ball gets stolen, and he steals it right back from Storr. And he knocks down a 3.
The confidence that Malik Thomas has. He was asked one time, who do you pattern your game after? He said, nobody. Guys are going to pattern their game after me. What a strong statement and inner belief from Malik Thomas.
15 points. Storr with the left, a nice roll there, and A.J. Storr's into double figures with 11.
Now, he didn't quite pan out at Kansas last year, but certainly at Wisconsin, and now in this tournament, A.J. Storr is back to being A.J. Storr. Here he is.
Thomas again, no. And that's a good rebound by Scott. You talk about Miles and Tanner. This twosome for Arkansas is right there with him.
No doubt they are. Just the only advantage that Vanderbilt has, and maybe a little older at the guard spot. That's it.
Dia baseline blows up Brazil, and Strong lays it in.
Blows up is a great descriptive word by you, Ravi. That big 250-pound force coming at you.
Yeah, Brazil gives up 20 pounds, and he was moved by Dia.
He is one of the highest usage guys in the SEC, and he plays the 4 spot. Normally that's said about guards.
Acuff, that's just a tough pass to Richmond, and it's now Ole Miss ball. They're up by 2, and Dia looks as determined as he's looked all year.
Chris Beard choking this game down. He doesn't want to get into the high 70s or 80s. He's got it on the pace that he wants.
They get it to Dia. Here he goes, baseline jumper. That's short.
Here he comes.
Watch out for Richmond to spin. Oh, he gets tossed down to the ground. Awkward as he spun. Looked like he was going to his left hand. They call the foul on Scott as Richmond is helped up by his teammates. He goes at such a fast pace. If he's off his feet, it's going to look really bad.
Well, he is a go-catch monster. He doesn't catch the ball and go. He's going on the catch, especially in the half court. That is his shot ready. We talk about shot ready for three-point shooters. Have your hands ready, down ready to shoot it. His shot ready is getting behind the ball and coming downhill on the touch.
SEC games only, he shoots almost 60%. He's part of the SEC all-defensive team. If you had a dunk contest, he'd certainly be a favorite in that, too.
What did he tell us the last time we were in Fayetteville? His pregame ritual is to eat Nerds and Skittles.
Why wouldn't it?
Works for him. Works really well for him.
He just goes sugar high. That's where all that is. Now we get it. Wagner in. Acuff gets a breather.
Travis Perry in the point, but he's doing a pretty good job of it today.
Yeah, Carmerdine, he used that body to free himself up. And Ole Miss by 2.
Smart guy again. The top pro league in France the last 3 or 4 years. Former MVP of the under-20 Eurobasket Championship. Played a lot of ball at a high level.
Thomas into the paint, in trouble. Watch out, here's Richmond. He charges so hard, can't get it to go. Ewan had one chance. Thomas, yes.
When John Calipari was recruiting Malik Thomas, one of the first things he told him was, you've got to get a floater game. And it really made an impact on Malik Thomas. Everybody else was saying how great you are and how I'm going to use you. Calipari, brutally honest in the recruiting pitch.
Perry's off to the right there as he freed himself up. And look, credibility when Calipari talks about what do you think it's going to get you to the next level? How about a floater game? I'd listen.
That's also why Arkansas has already got a commitment from the #2 player in the high school class right now, Jordan Smith. That relationship with Cal and his guards played a big part of it.
Well, Thomas. Richmond hustle for that offensive rebound. And once again, Arkansas owning that category. Got 11 of them to 4 for Ole Miss.
Chris Beard saying shrink the court right now defensively. Get bodies in front of them.
Yeah, nice play by DJ Wagner.
It just did not happen. DJ Wagner saw that gap and got downhill before blue jerseys could rotate.
Ole Miss needs this game to continue this miracle run of theirs. Cross-court pass to Carmerdine. Got the roll. They're looking to win their 4th game here at the SEC tournament and get into the finals. And they are tied up with 10:40 to go.
His English is not great, but his game is, especially since he's been in Nashville. Talking about Carmerdine, all of 6'5". He has seen it all at the level he's played at.
Richmond will fire a 3. That's no good, but Ewan there. Thomas, look good is good.
Same thing. I talked about it for Ole Miss, and now you got to talk about it for Arkansas. You don't clean it up, the ball knows. Malik Thomas, man, such a smooth, high release for a 6'5" kid.
Thomas with 20. Carmerdine. Perry, no. Pankins, he'll get fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. Only their 5th offensive rebound, but they'll have 2 shots when we come back.
Well, Darius Acuff hasn't had the scoring afternoon that we typically see, but his buddy Malik Thomas, there's a floater game that he actually has developed under John Calipari after his senior year in high school. And man, that offensive rebound kick out. The value of a tall guy that can make guarded threes. His kid's gonna make a lot of money as well at the next level.
Hey, you took care of business, all right, right from the start, all right? Like, we're getting better and better along the way, all right? We're where we want to be, all right? We didn't come to play 1 game, 2 games, anything, all right? We want to be in the championship game. Championship Sunday, that's why you came here, all right? That's what we're all about, playing for trophies. We got 1 down in Bahamas. Now the trophy's be given out tomorrow. All right, let's go grab it. Here we go.
All right, Jimmy. I know you're familiar with that term, man. Beast mode.
Yeah, no doubt. How about that Vanderbilt team? They had controlled that game from the opening tip. It's not easy to knock Florida in the nose, and they did it. Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner, very difficult to handle tomorrow and in that NCAA tournament.
I think the narrative around Florida changes going into now the NCAA tournament as they get, you know, it's 91-74. It wasn't 91-90.
Yeah. It will change nationally. Important that it doesn't change Florida. But they've got to get back to being who they were January and February before coming in here. They have lost their edge, and it's Todd Golden's job now to get those guys ready to roll.
You know, it was Coach Calipari, who with all his experience going into conference tournaments, the double bye, it gives you some rust. It takes a little while, and most of the teams that had the bye or double struggled a little bit to get their game going as Wagner steps back, and that's no good.
Good defense on Wagner, just to give him a little bit of space. Not overly concerned. They're going to overreact to his three-point shooting ability.
AJ. He got Richmond up in the air, and he ran right into Ewan, who blocked the shot.
Right, you got to remember, AJ Storr at St. John's was an all Big East freshman team guy. And you can't let him get going, because if you do, man, he can explode on you. He has got 16, and AJ Storr has 11.
You know, Jimmy, in this world of transfer, etc., you know, Storr thought that perhaps Kansas was going to be the spot. Obviously, he thought Wisconsin was going to be the spot. Sometimes there are reasons where those places don't work for you, and then you all of a sudden land where either you feel appreciated or your game fits the mold of what Beard wants you to do. But this is the AJ Storr that all the other coaches thought they were going to get.
Yeah, no doubt. He's averaged 15 points in conference play. I think it's worth bringing up again. You and I saw Ole Miss at NC State prior to Christmas. They were so bad, Chris Beard basically benched his entire starting five for the second half. And you'd have told me at that point, you as well, that they're going to be in the SEC semis. I would have said no way. But, man, Chris Beard is just hung in there. He knows how to coach his team in March, feeds him with confidence, feeds him steak and lobster afterwards at Hall's local steakhouse.
Again, he figured out what is the motivator for my guys.
That's it.
Acuff jump shot went off the rim and then over the backboard as we're under 9 minutes to go in a 58-all game, with the winner going to the SEC final tomorrow against Vanderbilt. Not a good pass that Brazil deflected. Carmerdine, no good, and Trevin Brazil has the rebound. This is the 10th time this game has been tied. Thomas drives in, throws it up. We'll get 2 free throws. Came up just short.
Ravi, he has such a fast, explosive first step, you know? And you got to come out because his three-point shooting on the year, 42%. Acuff at 44%. So it really opens up the floor. The shot fake is his friend. You know where else you land in the portal? Where the money is.
It's probably the #1 factor.
It is.
Thomas, an 84% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. Well, they got a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lanky, 6'5", 185. Knew what he was signing up for when he came here, and locked up with Darius Acuff Jr. to give Arkansas a 24-8 season.
Ravi, Malik Dia for Ole Miss has taken 17 shots in this game. His 62 field goal attempts are tied for the second most in a single SEC tournament with Will Wade. Wade Taylor. Will Wade probably got some shots off too when he was here. But that's how reliant Chris Beard is right now on zero in blue.
You can get those shots because you've played 3 games already, and now you're in your 4th. Storr. No good. Acuff. He looks up. He sees Thomas, who sees Richmond. Instead, Ewan.
Yeah. A great job by Ewan to fill that middle third, because Billy Richmond had the right side secured. Great vision by Malik Thomas, knowing I got a trail guy coming, put it right in stride.
Lead is 4 for Arkansas.
Remember, avoid the knockout punch.
Good hands. Richmond keeps it alive.
This could be a start of a knockout punch.
Acuff, alley-oop to Ewan. Oh, boy. Billy Richmond made the save on the baseline, and that's the guy Calipari came out pointing to.
Well, Chris Beard has to call that timeout because you got Ole Miss against the ropes. The knockout ability of Arkansas is as good as there is in this league. What a pass by Malik Thomas. And appreciate Ewan, man, to be in that trail spot and run right down the middle third. And Billy Richmond as well, because you got to respect him. This Arkansas Razorback team got their eyes on a Sunday afternoon championship. You're watching the SEC on ESPN, and Billy Richmond, the GOAT, because he gets out and runs so hard, Ravi. He attracts that first defender down the right side, and man, look at Ewan right there. That opens up that middle third. And the plays that Billy Richmond makes, sometimes they go unnoticed, and he just does stuff that helps you win. Because he got out in front of it, it opened up that middle third cut for Malik Ewan.
So it's 64-58. Feels like an important part of the game for Ole Miss. Down by 6, needing to win another one here, and a bad pass picked off by Brazil.
Yeah, he will come out. If you're at a point in this spot right now for Ole Miss, cannot have those careless turnovers. Anything soft in this game will get punished, and that was a soft pass.
And Scott just threw an elbow to, I should say a shoulder really, to Acuff on a cut, and as a result they blow the whistle on Scott, which will send Acuff to the free throw line. (64-58). Acuff sitting here with 11 points. Is Nashville getting ready for a Vanderbilt Razorback final? Still time to go here. Jimmy, ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Ewan. Can't spell win without Ewan, and right now they got a 64-58 lead with 7:04 to go.
Can't spell win without Billy Richmond either. Ravi, he's only 1 out of 7 from the floor, Billy Richmond. He's +10 in the plus-minus, which is the second best number for Arkansas today behind Trevin Brazil.
Guys, the message from Coach Cal to his team in that last timeout: on any ISOs with Malik Dia, you got to bring help from guards. We can't let him get in one-on-one situation. Also, making sure that everybody is aware of where their shooters are so they can rotate appropriately.
5 of 5 from the free throw line for Acuff. Thank you very much, Alyssa. As Arkansas applies a little full court pressure here, which Carmerdine dribbles out of. An 8-0 run for the Razorbacks.
So why did Cal tell his guys that? Well, Dia's got 16 points. He's the one guy that they can't handle one-on-one. Bring extra bodies, load to the ball, and close this game out if you're Arkansas.
Looked like the shot that Beard wanted there. He clapped even though it didn't go in. A chance to go up by double figures for the Razorbacks. Acuff through traffic, no good. Ewan there. And he brought it down, which is always a dangerous thing for a big guy. It'll stay with Arkansas, but us little guys like it when the big guys bring the ball down there.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Ole Miss's game plan on Darius Acuff will be studied by a lot of film, by teams getting ready for that NCAA tournament. They are bringing bodies to him on every play. And Acuff is one of those guys that wins those rim collisions more than he loses, but not in this game, making life tough on Darius Acuff.
Well, they're going to take Dia out of the game, so Cal adjusts his defense. He switches Thomas onto Pinkins, and out of bounds it is Malik. Boy, he is shifty and knocks down another 2. Malik Thomas, 24 in the game.
For a kid that tall, he's really good with the ball. Shifty's a good word. Side to side, and that right hand to left hand got him to that elbow jump shot.
Whoa, good job by Carmerdine. They needed some points, and he's got a chance for 3.
It felt like a must possession, not for Ole Miss. They're trying to avoid those knockout blows by Arkansas. You don't want to have to always use a timeout to stop it. Okay, Carmerdine right now says we got to put an end to this. Billy Richmond with the reach and the hack. Boy, Comardine has played tough today. Very tough. You expect that from an older guy.
A lot of international experience. They got a Cassia from Brazil, Kafkes from Brazil. A couple of guys from France, including Comardine. Quick whistle there, and Brazil was going up for another one of his windmill dunks. But a lot of whistles in the second half, a lot more than in the first half, and more free throws coming up for Arkansas and Thomas, who is 4 of 4 and has got 24 points. If you were giving out #1 seeds right now, who are you giving them to?
Yeah, Florida. I think they're going to hold on to that 4th #1 seed.
Michigan,
Duke,
Arizona.
Michigan and Arizona and Florida. I think the numbers, although Florida not good in this tournament, I think they're going to hold on.
We got you and everyone else covered on Selection Sunday. It starts at 6 Eastern on SportsCenter. Reese and the guys will break down the men's field of 68. The brackets announced, they break them down. Bracketology will follow, so you can look at your brackets and take their advice or not. And then at 8, the women's field of 68 will be revealed with a complete breakdown of each match. That's at 9 Eastern.
I mean, watching Arkansas today offensively, when they just move the ball and they stay spaced out, it's funny how the ball gets back to the right guy. Normally it's Acuff. Today it's been Malik Thomas more than Acuff. Pretty simple offense, but really good when your guard play is this good under Calipari.
Acuff had 37 last night, and Thomas has got 25 today, 26 after the free throw. 10 on the shot clock, and a swing to Pinkins, and there's another whistle. They're going to call Richmond and count the basket.
That will not make Calipari happy again. He had one go against him, not against him, but at the end of the first half. It was the right call, a tough call. Again, this year, after the gather of the ball, after you stop dribbling the ball and you gather it, you're getting one more step, and sometimes two if it's close. And you're going to see the baseline drive. He gathers it. Yeah, I think the foul, the contact by Richmond was there, and he took another bounce. I don't agree with that one. I'm with Cal.
I'm sure there's a lot of Razorback fans who are saying, well, where was the foul?
I think Richmond got him as he was bouncing that ball either way. It's a 7-point game. And you would have told Chris Beard you're going to be within 7 at the 5-minute mark. He might have taken it. 4th game in 4 days. The number 15 seed right now fighting for their life.
Acuff pulls up. That's off too, and he's been off, but an offensive rip by who else? Billy Richmond. Acuff another. That's no good, and this time it's Ole Miss that comes down with it.
Billy Richmond is a stud. Made 1 shot in the game. He might be the MVP.
Perry, big three from the corner to pull them within 4.
Just hard to put Ole Miss away right now. Arkansas better lock in.
On an 8-2 run, can they get the ball into the hands of Malik Thomas?
And Acuff just not working hard to get the ball back at all.
No, but it's Thomas who has it behind his back, nearly lost it out of bounds.
Short clock.
Well, he'll fire. He won't find anything, and a push off underneath.
And that's all because of Malik Ewan getting to that offensive glass again. Over half of his rebounds, talking about 12 and wider, on the offensive glass. And on the other end, Travis Perry, we talked about the all-time leading scorer in the state of Kentucky. Shoots that ball as pure as anybody. I love the story with Travis Perry. His high school Ravi only had 65 kids per grade. The 1A classification. They made their way all the way to the state championship game out of a little tiny Lyon County High School.
And they built a barn for him to shoot.
They did,
He put 1,000 shots a day.
Eddyville, Kentucky. I mean, literally, his high school team was the real version of Hoosier.
Yeah, the whole thing sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Here's a kid in the barn bouncing that basketball again. He's shooting 1,000 shots a day. Yep, it's a barn, and he's in it.
Yeah.
6-point game. That foul on Carmody, who's got 4 now. Rolls it to Scott, to the shooter, Perry. Too strong. Scott ripped it down.
I would not gamble off of Travis Perry. Forget about the middle third roll. If they make it, they make it, but don't leave Travis Perry.
Klafke instead will launch. That's no good. Another offensive rebound. And Perry to Pinkins. And another three.
Bam!
Money! Three-point game.
It's exactly where Chris Beard wants it. He wanted game pressure on Arkansas with 4 minutes to go, and that's exactly where we are.
In the hands of Acuff, player of the year in the SEC. And they count the basket.
I said in the first half how good Darius Acuff is on the left side of the floor. And John Calipari gets him there to close out games. He's done it all year long. The three on the other end. A big, big basket by Ole Miss. Travis Perry with his shot fake. And then one more to Pinkins. But then Darius Acuff. I said it early. Cal knows how to coach star guards. He gets Acuff on the left side. The call goes Arkansas way. Count it, bam. And we got a good one again in the semis. Man, look at this tough, determined drive by Darius Acuff. It's the right call. And he gets low and strong with that left hand. That defender doesn't get back in front of a straight line drive, and his ability, Rabbi, to take the hit right here. Bam, and then bounce off of it, stick that left foot in the ground and elevate.
The ball's in the air, and he's looking at the official to see who the call's against. Then he looks back to see it go in the basket.
Just a great awareness. Hasn't been at his best today. I really think he's going to go one of the top 3 in the draft. And I've said earlier, 3 of the top 10 scores in the NBA right now are his size. Don't be worried about how tall he is.
He has got 16 points.
Having only 7 turnovers today for Arkansas. They are 9th in the country, only 9 per game.
Wow, Carmerdine with a thunderous dunk.
That's too easy if you're Arkansas trying to hang on to a lead. Simple offense. Carmerdine gets to the middle third.
Two options right now, 5 and 1 in white. Acuff pulls up.
Yeah.
Splash.
He told the ball screen, get away from me. Just back up, I don't need it. And if you don't suck up the airspace on Acuff, he is going to knock it down.
7-point lead. Scott into the paint against Ewan. Oh, that looked pretty good, but they get the whistle and a foul on Ewan, who bent that arm.
Watch Darius Acuff in complete control and command of this Arkansas offense right there, telling you, and I don't need you. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, man, what a mistake made defensively.
Patton Pinkins.
By Patton Pinkins, yeah, you just back up. You know that's exactly what he wants to do. I talked about when the ball's in his left hand, he's going to rise and fire. And what a big shot maker is Darius Acuff.
James Scott, that is in. Acuff is a starter. He's a middle relief guy, and he's a closer.
Yeah, a bad game for Acuff in the SEC semifinals. He's got 19, 5 rebounds, 6 assists.
He hit a couple of those dagger type shots last night in the win against Oklahoma as well. After the game, I asked him where the confidence comes from. He said, I was raised that way. He's humble, but beyond confident on the basketball court, guys.
Yeah, his dad coached him to have a killer's mentality. He's got it.
Yeah, that's a hell of a quality to have as a basketball player who has the ball in your hands late in the game. He's got 5 on the clock, and he lost that one to Carmody. No, Pinkins it is. He pulls up. Richmond stepped on the line. It'll be Ole Miss basketball.
And I'm really good with that 3-point shot that Ole Miss took. Still playing loose, confident, and aggressive. Darius Acuff that time again. The Acuff rules in this game, the non-negotiables for Ole Miss, make him see multiple jerseys. He drove it right into him.
Carmody gets it back and fires one too strong in the hands of Malik Thomas with $1:40 to go.
Cal's going to go circle. He's going to put Acuff under the rim right now and let him start running circle action.
Bad pass by Richmond there, boy. The assignment on Acuff is Travis Perry's right now.
And the assignment for Ole Miss is to clean up if there is a miss. Don't let Arkansas get after you on the offensive glass.
Acuff too strong. Ewan, though, Jimmy, to your point, picks up an offensive rebound. That's a big one with 1:10 to go.
And now just burn clock if you're Cal. Need one more basket, one more make to feel really good about it.
Thomas, Richmond.
This could be it.
Acuff. No, and it's a rebound for Ole Miss. Another life. Here comes Klafke down the middle, and he'll kick for a Perry three. Oh,
Great.
what a look.
Not good. Great decision by Klafke. Knowing that we need a three-point shot to keep us alive. Man, what a finish we got coming up in the second semifinals in Nashville.
Champ Week continues. You take a look at this. Klafke's got an easy layup. No one's there. I'll take 3 of these, please.
I said great, not good decision by Klafke. Just understanding time, score, momentum, all those things dictate shot selection, and appreciate Travis Perry to sprint to that deep corner three and be there sitting on it. A one-possession game with under 1 minute to go.
How about Travis Perry, who's drawn the assignment of trying to stop Acuff, who had 2 chances down the other end, including a 3. And he's the guy defending him, and he gets to the corner to make the 3.
Well, the last couple of misses from Acuff will not affect Darius Acuff. He comes out huddle thinking, just get me the ball, let me close this thing out. Just one tough kid, Detroit tough, and he has been awfully good, almost perfect in late game closeouts for Arkansas. And Ole Miss doesn't have to foul. You have 17 seconds to work with if they get a stop right now.
They need a stop, 78-75. And Thomas will inbounds the ball.
Can you stay in front of Darius Acuff? Because this is his time. He doesn't need a ball screen, Ravi.
Now Klafke comes out to double him. Brazil. No call, no foul, and here comes Ole Miss.
What a job by Chris Beard to trap the ball out of Acuff's hands.
21 seconds to go, 3 to tie.
Chris has one timeout if he doesn't like what he sees.
Carmerdine, they set up Perry. Now Carmerdine with 8, and there's the Beard timeout.
But I love what Chris Beard did. He gave his guys a chance to let the natural game flow, find a three-point shot, but it wasn't there. That's why you saved one. Now he's got 9 seconds to work with, coming off that side out of bounds.
So they have the three-point shooters. Perry has been hot lately. We saw what Carmerdine did last night.
Travis Perry, 3 out of 9. Pinkins is 2 out of 3 on this game. That was the one right there that kept the door open for the Ole Miss Rebels. Travis Perry, is he seeing a good rim right now? The problem is Travis Perry, maybe 6'1", so you got to get him open. Not easy to do in 9 seconds. Right now, it's about anybody that can just get freed up and get a good look. A.J. Storr, 35% on the year. Dia not great at 25%, but it's too early for Arkansas to foul initially. If somehow it gets under 5, you might gamble with it.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So under 5 is when you say, hey, if they're not in that three-point shooting area, you get a foul?
Yeah, but it's such a gamble these days, Ravi, because of the continuous motion. I'm sure Chris Beard reminding his guys, if Arkansas reaches in, just shoot the ball and get ourselves to the free throw line with 3 of them.
For Ole Miss, this is a must-win game. They've done that 3 times already. The win today gets them into the final, and if they can somehow get a win there, they will get into the NCAA tournament with a 4-14 mark in conference and a 4-game under 500 mark overall.
Another option is Klafke.
It's Carmody who has it with Richmond on him, and there's that foul from Billy Richmond. It comes with 7.2 to go.
And a smart foul, because it's okay to foul on the bounce, and Richmond timed it. The ball was going down on the bounce. He reaches in, not letting a three-point shot get off.
They take Wagner out of the game, bring Ewan back in. Malik has had a phenomenal game. He's got 13 rebounds, which is a career high for him. Carmody goes to the line, Jimmy. He's 0 for 1 today.
Well, they have time to make both of them right now if you're Ole Miss. And then set your pressure defense. Try to create a turnover. If not, you're going to come with a quick foul. It's doing all you can to extend the length of the game right now is Chris Beard.
Got to make the free throw to pull him within one, and he calmly does. I expect a very quick foul, but Calipari says timeout. He wants to get the ball in the hands of the right guy if he can. Like Ole Miss, unbelievable SEC tournament. They beat Texas. They took care of Mike White's Georgia Bulldogs. They took care of Nate Oates, number 2 seed, Alabama Crimson Tide. And here they are on the verge, within 1 with 7 seconds to go, of knocking off Arkansas if they can get the points to get ahead, down by 1.
Well, if you're Arkansas, the good news is you got 2 timeouts. If you get hung up, just call one and let's regroup. I personally love the football play where you put guys out of bounds. I've never seen it stopped yet this year at the college level. Cal's been in these spots before. But you've got guards like Acuff that just know how to get themselves open, but it's going to be a must right now. You can run the baseline, a lot of things to talk through, but more importantly, when you break the huddle, you tell your guys, we've got one if you're in trouble. If it gets to 4, call it and we'll regroup.
Well, it's the gridiron that has the Music City Miracle. Ole Miss can somehow pull off another one here and get to a final. It would qualify as number 2 on the list.
You have to be careful not to travel if you're Arkansas. A lot of times going full speed against pressure, you can take an extra step.
Billy Richmond, who has done everything for them today, will inbounds. They get it to Thomas. And they got about 2 seconds off the clock. And Malik Thomas will go to the free throw line, having made all 6 of his attempts today, leading the way with 26 points.
Arkansas's best free throw shooter, so a good job by Calipari for Malik Thomas to be option number 1. It wasn't Acuff, it was Thomas at 84%. Yeah, Cal said, hey, go get it and close this thing out. Even with 2 makes, though, it's a 3-point game.
That foul was on Carmody, so that's his 5th, which is allowing the teams to get together here. Let's play the assume game. If he makes them both, you're down 3. They inbounds. Do you foul again?
If you're Calipari, if you do, you got to make sure you guys understand, foul him on the bounce. And if you're Ole Miss, you've told, Chris Beard has told his guys, I'm sure, if we're down 3, bring this thing up. If there's any reach in at all, just shoot it. Just shoot it and see if the officials make the right call. Was it before the gather, after the gather? And man, these are big right now for Malik Thomas for a true freshman, his first time in the SEC tournament.
84% on the year. Perfect today and short on the first one.
Wow. Now the fouling is certainly off the table. We all know Ole Miss has right at 5-6 dribbles into a shot.
Ewan goes out. Wagner is in. Thomas to make it a 2-point game. Now look better.
1 bounce per second is what you have here.
A.J. Storr drives on Richmond, up and in with 1 second to go. A tie game, and Brazil, no! No one stood in front of A.J. Storr. He ties it with 1.1 on the clock to get us to overtime.
A phenomenal understanding by A.J. Storr. You look up at the clock and mentally you know I've got 5 dribbles, maybe 6. Didn't try to pull up from 3. Understanding this is my game now. Arkansas came up to try to pick me up and I got downhill. And life still alive for the Ole Miss Rebels. Could be the Ole Miss Cinder Rebels. I think he got to 5 bounces, just as good as you can do it, man. What a finish in the second game of the semis here in Nashville.
Jimmy, an 8-1 run in the last 2:18.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is to perfection. 1 bounce per second, and A.J. Storr understood it to perfection.
It was 78-71 at one point. Malik Thomas, who had made all 6 of his free throws, made just 1 of 2. And that allowed them to get 2 instead of 3 to tie. And Ole Miss, who has been the best story of this SEC tournament, winning 3 games, now with a chance to make it 4 in 4 days.
Fatigue, Ravi, it's so overrated. Talking to Chris Beard earlier, he refused all week long to allow his guys to even go there. It's a no-excuse program. And here they are, 5 minutes away from keeping the dream alive.
The great Nolan Richardson, of course, who authored the 40 minutes of hell for the Razorbacks, used to say, fatigue makes cowards.
Yeah, it does. And the Cinder Rebels, the slipper might still be fitting. What a job by A.J. Storr. And we got 5 more.
Pinkins has got 4. They're going to play the overtime without Carmerdine, who is fouled out. On the other side, Richmond, 4 fouls for Arkansas.
That's a big loss for Ole Miss. Carmerdine was making big shot after big shot. And big defensive body on the ball.
Acuff missed a couple of key shots down the stretch. He sits there with 19. Malik Thomas, 27. Down low, Ewan. Nice ball fake and a dunk.
And a great find by Acuff because they blitzed that ball screen. Acuff with a little bit of a back dribble to find vision of the roll.
A.J. Storr lost it out of bounds, and it's Arkansas basketball.
Darius Acuff today, Ravi, off the bounce, been so good with the ball. 7 assists. They're going to blitz this ball screen. 2 blue jerseys come at him. A little bit of a back dribble and a lean back to find Ewan. Nice roll, nice finish.
Ewan spins in, throws it up, and he couldn't convert the layup, but he'll get 2 more free throws. As Malik Ewan's having an all-around terrific game. 12 points, 13 rebounds. Remember, Malik Ewan, his minutes really increased over the course of this season, and the Carter Knox surgery has forced him into a much more significant role.
Yeah, Ewan with 25 huge minutes today.
Jiffa checks back in for Ole Miss. Ewan is right there to kind of collect his own rubbish if it came off, but it drops through. 4-point lead for Arkansas.
Well, A.J. Storr and Malik Dia are option 1 and 1B for Chris Beard right now. Got what they wanted.
Yep, Storr on the baseline. Richmond got some help from Brazil to cut him off.
Richmond, an all-SEC defender, showing you why right now.
Stays in front. Storr, fade away.
Man, what a shot. That was just absolutely good on good. The best that Ole Miss has in a one-on-one situation, the best defender that Cal has one-on-one.
Malik Thomas all the way, an easy one. He blew right by Travis Perry.
How about the rip through by Malik Thomas, getting that ball from the right side to the left side against the ball pressure of Travis Perry. Well done.
29 big points for Thomas in this game. Overtime, 85-81. Perry needs some help. Pinkins gives it to him, throws it up, no good. Tipped around, Thomas comes away with it. Brazil sees a lane, up and in.
Yeah, within 4 seconds of securing that rebound, Trevin Brazil out in front.
Beard not calling a timeout, 87-81. Jiffa, nice layup there.
Chris Beard telling his defense to shrink the court right now. If Arkansas takes the bait and makes a three, so be it. But we got to cut off these drives that Arkansas is throwing at us.
Acuff drives, throws it up. No, bad pass. Kept alive, though, and it's Thomas who then had it knocked away by Perry.
His hands have been great today, Travis Perry, defensively. It'll be ISO ball again for Storr or Dia. They won't overpass this possession. They'll just play one-on-one.
Storr's three, good!
Yeah, you can just see it coming. There's no reason to overpass when you got two dudes that can go get their own. Man, it's so hard to kill the will of this Ole Miss team in this tournament.
Ten on the shot clock for Acuff. Drives to his right. Softly puts it up off the window. Darius Acuff, 21.
He is so good at making shots just outside the lane. It's a next level skill that he has.
3-point lead. Storr just made a three. He's got a chance for another. Too strong. Rebound. Tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Ole Miss.
Boy, you're gambling if you're Arkansas, right, to give a wide open three like that. Billy Richmond checks out. Wagner comes in. This is Storr earlier. This is just good on good. Great defense, just a little bit better offense. The lean back, almost impossible to get to. And Billy Richmond gets cracked by that ball screen up top, allows Storr to come off clean. And timeout in Nashville.
Reese, Arkansas trying to pull this off with just 7 players. Yeah, I can't wait. Should be an awesome game, the Big 12 championship game. The story of the SEC tournament, Vanderbilt today knocked out Florida. But Ole Miss comes in here as a 15, and they have won 3 games in a row, beating the Longhorns, beating the Bulldogs, and taking care of the Crimson Tide. And they find themselves on the verge of history, trying to win their 4th game and get to a final.
Just a phenomenal coaching job by Chris Beard to get his guys to believe again. They had won 1 game out of the last 51 days before they got to Nashville. And for him to get his guys to understand the game plan, but believe in him as a head coach, believe in each other, man, that is some special stuff. Ridiculously hard to do, but Chris Beard, every coach in this league will tell you he can coach with anybody out there. Took his team to the final night when he's a head coach at Texas Tech, trying to work his magic one more time to get Ole Miss the championship game tomorrow.
A.J. Storr, Jimmy, he's been outstanding. He's got 20 points with some big shots.
Chris Beard has done a ton of isolation basketball, turning a 5-on-5 game into a 1-on-1 game. And you know Chris Beard wants Malik Dia or A.J. Storr to be the guys right now with 1:13 to go. Those 2 horses have carried Ole Miss all the way to this overtime period. There's no reason to go away from him. Travis Perry can make a 3 also.
4 Arkansas players, Jimmy, to the 7-player availability point, have logged 38+ minutes today. So that's their issue. And the issue, of course, for Ole Miss is this is their 4th game in 4 days. And again, as you said, and Nolan Richardson has said, we're not talking about being tired, but at some point it may impact your legs even if you don't feel tired.
Yeah, it certainly could. How about Arkansas, those 2 guards that combined for 50? And they're working on, is that Billy Richmond?
Yeah, sure is.
He plays hard enough to cramp up, and you see them working on both legs right now.
One of the reasons you work on Richmond's legs, as you mentioned, he does everything for them. This was an example earlier in the game. He blew this play up, and then he started what turned into a Ewan dunk And watch Coach Calipari, Jimmy, who he goes to congratulate.
Yeah, look at Cal right there pointing at Billy Richmond saying, that's my guy. Again, Billy Richmond, the stats maybe don't always back it up, but you can always argue the most valuable player for Arkansas with all the things he does. Man, you certainly need him at full strength.
Well, he's not going to be on the floor to start this last 113. With Arkansas up 3, and Ole Miss inbounding the ball. You got to watch Perry here, Jimmy, after he throws it in.
Always the most dangerous guy is the out-of-bounds guy, Travis Perry, and you don't want him to win the foot race to the ball after he's the passer.
A.J. Storr looking for 2 inside, and he gets it again. A.J. Storr,
Terrific
22.
Play, yeah, terrific play call by Chris Beard. Again, just getting his guy in a favorable spot, turning it into a one-on-one game for Storr.
See if they go to that double team on Acuff like they did at the end of regulation. They won't. Acuff up and in.
He went right through the Acuff rules that Ole Miss has thrown at him. What is that? Going right through multiple jerseys. He is so good going down that left side, especially late in games.
23 in the game for Acuff. Storr with Brazil. Good shot blocker on him. And he stepped out of bounds. Jiffa dragged that last foot out of bounds.
Yeah, he got in that crowded corner over there. Credit Arkansas's defense to have something to do with it. Watch Jiffa right here. In that crowded corner right there, the court shrinks on you. You can't put that foot back and propel yourself forward as a shooter or a guy off the bounce. Just a mistake and a timely one. Just the 11th turnover for Ole Miss in this game. But man, is it crucial.
Chris Beard is going to use his last time out to talk things over with his team down 3 with 27 seconds to go. And Jiffa received it inbounds, Jimmy, but then when he put that foot back.
Yeah, right there. Can't see the line, can you, Ravi?
No,
that's what happens. And you got to have foot discipline in that crowded corner. You cannot step back into a jump shot or step back into a power drive. The previous play, Darius Acuff. I understand you're going to put blue jerseys right in my path. I'm going to go right through Scott or whoever you put in front of me. Just seems like he's got a knack, Ravi, in late clock situations that go left. And down that left pipe. Again, I said it early, John Calipari knows how to coach star guards. He lets them be stars, and none bigger with under a minute to go than Darius Acuff.
Acuff has scored 10 points in the last 3 minutes and 13 seconds plus overtime.
That's my point.
He's got 23 in the game. Thomas sits there with 29. Arkansas to inbounds, leading by 3 in overtime. The winner to the SEC Tournament Final against Vanderbilt.
Chris Beard is face guarding. He's got a center fielder, so there's not a run out for an easy one for Arkansas.
Acuff has it. They try to double. Now it's Thomas. And he fires it to Brazil, who makes the catch, and he will get fouled.
Well, so you got the ball out of an 84% free throw shooter hands in Malik Thomas. 74% now is Trevin Brazil on the year. 75%.
Brazil 1 of 2 from the line today. And he can't make it. It stays a 1-possession game with 1 more free throw coming for a senior out of Springfield, Missouri. Started his career at Missouri.
From Springfield Kickapoo High School.
Yeah, there you go. He'd like to Kickapoo this thing right through and make it a 2-possession game.
He'd like to Kickapoo Ole Miss back to Oxford.
Nope, that's short.
Wow.
He can't get it to go. They're going to get another chance. It was Storr who banged down a 3.
Well, you don't give one up here.
No, he drives all the way, and he stuffed the ball.
Chris Beard calling for contact, doesn't get the whistle.
Acuff will get fouled. A.J. Storr, a 2-point flush to pull him within 1.
What a monster off the bounce by A.J. Storr to extend this game. And Chris Beard said, my guy got hit. I'm not sure. No, that's just play on. But regardless, Ole Miss has life. What a finish.
9 points in overtime for A.J. Storr. And Acuff is just standing on the free throw line waiting for the ball to be handed to him from Byron Jarrett. Acuff hasn't missed a free throw today. And now he has 7 for 8.
And how did we close out regulation? It was A.J. Storr going coast to coast to tie it up. That wouldn't be a bad option right now as well for Ole Miss.
2-point game. They bring Ewan in, and it feels a lot like the end of regulation when Thomas couldn't make both free throws. They got a chance to 2 to tie.
Don't give it up if you're A.J. Storr, right?
He will pull up for 3. No good. Rebound. Look out. Brazil comes down in a heap. Ole Miss went all in. A.J. Storr took a 3 to try to get them the win. And Brazil ripped down the board with a second to go.
It's easy to second guess it, but I was okay with it. Ole Miss has played 4 games in 4 days. Probably not excited about another overtime period. And he gets a good look, man. But Billy Richmond, the all-SEC defender, stayed in front of him, gave him something to shoot over and shoot through. That's a good rising fire that comes up just a little bit short.
They add 0.6 back on the clock, so it's 1-6. We'll get you to the Big 12 championship game with Arizona and Houston as soon as we are done.
What a fly-in rebound by Trevin Brazil, the one that they absolutely had to have.
Jimmy, in our last 1.6, we'd like to say thank you to our great producer, Scott Matthews, for his entire season of work. There's nobody better in the business. And for Alyssa Lang, because we're going to be quick to get into the Big 12, and certainly another great season with you, my partner and my good friend. It's been great.
Absolutely, you are. And what a way for us to finish here in Nashville. Florida got knocked out, and Vanderbilt was so good. And, man, what a fight by Ole Miss. But you got to appreciate Arkansas as well on the verge of closing it out.
Make them both, Jimmy, and ice this game.
Yeah. 1 for 4 today.
No.
1 for 5. Gravy Ole Miss with no timeouts left, so it's going to have to be on the fly right now.
Trevin Brazil to make it a 3-point game in overtime. He does so. Wagner's going to come in. As is Scott.
That might be good news for Ole Miss, actually, because with only 1.6, you got a chance now to take it out of bounds, complete the pass, and try to get off a shot.
Jiffa, who's he looking for? It's
Anybody.
Perry. He's a good shooter. Here it goes. No, and Ole Miss dream will end as Arkansas beats them 93-90 to get into the final tomorrow against the Vanderbilt Commodores. For everybody on our crew, outstanding work during this tournament and all season long. For Jimmy Dykes, Alyssa Lang, our producer Scott Matthews, and our statistician Mike Notaro, I'm Carl Ravitch saying so long from Nashville, Dan and Jay. Big 12 title game, Arizona and Houston.
Since it's